Today, he's speaking with an outstanding group of leaders to be from the Central Suburban League. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a warm CSL welcome from the Global Health People, Gary Anderson.
Good afternoon, student athletes. Thank you so much for the privilege of speaking to you today. I have a strange question to ask you. Have any of you ever been told you wouldn't, couldn't, or shouldn't be able to do something before you even tried? Since all of you here today are considered elite athletes, maybe not. Perhaps it was your team that was told it couldn't, wouldn't, or shouldn't. Whatever the case, you can probably imagine how that would feel and how you might react. Well, 4 months before I was born, my parents were told that I had Down syndrome. Then they were told about all the things that I would never be able to do. How about that? I'm not even born yet, and people know what I will and won't be able to do. Luckily for me, the initial shock wore off. My parents' response was, "Oh yeah? Wanna bet?" That led to the very first thing my mom said to me on the night I was born. "Welcome, Garrett. We have been waiting for you for a while. We have a lot of work to do, and it starts right now." That strange greeting to the newborn was the beginning of my parents paying it forward. You see, they understood that success means different things to different people. They felt that whatever they could do to help me learn, grow, and achieve might possibly make a positive difference in my life. My parents' mantra to me soon became, never say can't. Always say try. I'm sure that all of you have heard versions of that from your mentors, coaches, and teammates. Maybe it has even been one or more of you that have used a variety of that saying to help motivate someone else. If so, you were a leader trying to make a positive difference in someone else's life. Over time, my parents' mantra evolved into my personal motto. Yes, I have Down syndrome, but to me, it's not good and it's not bad. It just is. I think of it as something in life I have to deal with. Just like being the shortest member of the basketball team or the slowest person on the soccer team. Just like all of you, I try to use the talents and gifts I do have, along with what has been passed on by others that care about me, to turn obstacles into opportunities that can lead to success. In fact, according to Bill Bradley, Rhodes Scholar, Olympic gold medalist, two-time NBA champion, and Basketball Hall of Famer, sports is a metaphor for overcoming obstacles and achieving against great odds. Athletes, in times of difficulty, can be important role models. Sports, athletes, coaches, and mentors also became important in my life, especially when I wasn't very appreciative towards my parents. I don't know if any of you have gone through something like this, but around the time I was in middle school and junior high, I didn't really want to listen to my parents. They just weren't cool enough. My mom likes to describe it like this. One night, when you least expect it, your sweet, adoring child goes to bed just like always. But this night, some alien force comes in and sucks the sense right out of your child. In the morning, the parents have somehow lost about 50 IQ points, and the child no longer enjoys them. Now, I hear that when children start closing in on about 30, parents are getting smarter. But I haven't quite experienced that yet. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Luckily for them and me, that's when I first got involved with Special Olympics. Here was an organization whose goal it was to challenge the destructive stereotypes and negative thinking about people with intellectual disabilities by focusing on what these individuals could do in sports as well as other activities, instead of what they supposedly couldn't do. The volunteers that coordinate every athletic event provide the physical, psychological, and emotional motivation necessary for each athlete to reach his or her own potential. Talk about paying it forward and making a positive difference. Now, I started out in track and field, running the 50-meter dash and throwing a softball. Well, as you can see, I'm not very aerodynamic. When it came to running, the laws of physics always won, and I reached my potential in those events early on. Perhaps some of you can identify with me? Thank goodness Special Olympics Illinois offers more than 19 different sports and year-round training. At 16, I switched to powerlifting. Now, there was a sport for me. At first, I was the only powerlifter at my school, and there was nobody to coach me. Luckily for me, one of the varsity football players volunteered to mentor me during my PE class and during after-school Special Olympics practices. He passed on what he knew about the bench press and the deadlift. During my first regional competition, that football player was right there, cheering me on and strategizing, even though neither one of us really knew what we were doing. His leadership brought other athletes out to coach me and my fellow Special Olympians at Lake Zurich High School. They didn't get ours for National Honor Society or any other school. The athletes started coaching Special Olympics athletes because they had something to share, and kept coaching because they found out they enjoyed it. Their leadership led to my first regional and state gold medals. I have continued to benefit from others, paying it forward ever since. Last summer, I earned a gold medal in the bench press after lifting 195 pounds of personal best, and a silver medal in the deadlift with a 300-pound lift. also set goals and work hard to achieve them. This year's goals are to lift 200 pounds in the bench and 325 pounds in the deadlift. Big goals for sure, but thanks to the leaders in my life, I have learned that hard work and persistence can lead to big achievements over time. That's one of the things that I like best about being involved in Special Olympics. It helps individuals with cognitive disabilities find, train, and use their strengths. However, it isn't just about sports and competition. It is an avenue for dignity, inclusion, and respect. For those of us with cognitive and other disabilities, dignity, inclusion, and respect are often very difficult to find. I am personally inviting each and every one of you to become a part of an exciting training and competition program where you will personally get to experience firsthand the transformational power of Special Olympics and all of its programs. After all, this visionary organization started right here in Chicago. The first competition was held in 1968 at Soldier Field. Go Bears! All of you here today have gifts and talents that you can share with Special Olympics athletes in a variety of ways. Do you want to coach? There are 19 different sports that train throughout the year. Do you want to play? Then unified sports teams are for you. Each team is made up of equal numbers of athletes with and without intellectual disabilities who train and compete together against other unified teams. If this is too time intensive or some of your busy schedule, consider volunteering at one or more competitions. One short day of giving can make a big difference in lives, theirs and yours. Want something more out of the ordinary? Try something cool, like the Cool School Challenge, where you and a group of your school BFFs join the polar plunge activities. This is a unique way to support Special Olympics athletes by raising donations to jump into the icy cold water of an Illinois lake in the middle of winter. Of course, I am partial to Special Olympics. It has been a very important part of my life. However, community service of any kind is a great way to pay it forward and make a positive difference in someone's life. I am challenging each of you to find a way to stand up, reach out, and focus on what every person can do. With active participation, we can all make a difference. Thank you so much for your time and attention this afternoon.
Wait, he's not done.
I was going to tell him that.
Oh.
I was going to tell him.
If you have any questions about how you can pay it forward by making a difference in the lives of athletes with cognitive disabilities through Special Olympics, please feel free to talk with me, my parents, Mr. Bree, or Mr. Block. I would like to leave you with the words of one of our founding fathers, John Quincy Adams. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Thank you again for this amazing honor and enjoy the rest of your day.